Hey there, this is Wendy. I'm so happy you're here today. I have some really fun stuff to show you. We are going to make a really simple card that really anybody could make. We're going to use some watercolor pencils. I've got the awesome Hey Love stamp set, which is out of the New Occasions catalog. And then we're going to use the Be Mine stitched framelits. Now, you don't have to use these framelits if you don't want to. You could actually just cut hearts out on your own and put them on the card if you don't have a big shot or if you don't want to get this framelit set. However, I have to tell you, this framelit set has a ton of cutouts and tons of options. And I'll show you a picture of that at the end of this video. So this is a really great framelit set to have, even if you don't purchase the stamp set to go with it, which is the Meant to Be stamp set. But this set is the set we're focusing on this week. I have projects all week long. If you missed my Facebook Live on Monday, there is a replay of that, so you can watch that as well. All right, let's go over to my stamp desk. As always, all the directions for, not directions, all the links for the products I use are in the video description below. You can shop in my online store through there. You can also purchase the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit January 3rd through March 31st at a really awesome deal. You pay $99, but you get $175 in product of your choice. So if you're interested in that option, leave me a comment or send me a message and I'll let you know more about it. All right, let's go over to my stamp table and get inky. All right, so here is the simple Hey Love card featuring watercolor pencils and the Hey Love stamp set. Here's what all the supplies look like. I've already showed you the stamp set, but I wanted to show you up close a little bit. I've got watercolor pencils, Wink of Stella. I'm using Whisper White cardstock cut here at 4 1/4 by 11, and it is scored at 5 1/2. And then I have a piece of gingham black and white paper that is from the Botanical Butterfly Designer Series paper. Now this paper cannot be purchased. It's actually free with a $50 order. You can get the entire 12 by 12 pack of it for free. So that is an option if you're interested. And I'm kind of just adhering it at an angle onto my card base. Then I pre-cut some hearts in Flirty Flamingo and Powder Pink, and I'm just going to start adding them onto my card base. Now, before I get too far, I do need to add my sentiments. So I want to stamp my sentiment on the heart before I add it to the card base. That way, if I mess up on the sentiment, I can always flip the heart over and re-stamp it. So I love that you always have 2 chances to stamp something. By the way, if you hear some snoring in the background, that is my puppy. She is laying at my feet while I do this video, and bless her little soul, she just cannot help herself. She is a snorer that would rival grown men. I'm telling you guys that she's the worst. So anyway, that's her snoring away. All right, we're inking up this cute little gorilla here, who, by the way, I named him Henry. Sometimes my stamps have little stories, so we're going to talk about Henry's story while we color. I'm using watercolor pencils. This is the basic gray pencil, and then to color the inside of Henry's face and tummy, I'm going to use the black pencil. And then I'm going to go over everything with my Wink of Stella in order to move the ink around. So then I've got a shimmery gorilla when I'm all done. Okay, so Henry has a girlfriend, and her name is Loretta. And I think I've decided they live in Atlanta. Henry is bringing Loretta a Valentine's, and he is so cute and sweet. Don't you love him? I love him. I think he's just happy and sweet, and I don't know. He makes my heart kind of pitter-patter. I love him. I've had actually a hard time using any of the other little guys in the stamp set because I like Henry so much. But I do use some other ones. I don't know. He just pulls at my heartstrings somehow. He just looks so sweet and innocent and cute. Anyway, I have a thing for animals, people. If you don't know this, about me by now. You should. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. And yeah, that's a little secret about me. I love animals. They're my faves. Okay, so I'm just taking this Wink of Stella pen and I'm coloring all over Henry's fur to kind of just give it a more of a watercolor look. It smooths out those pencil lines and it actually darkens up the coloring because it pulls that pigment out. So you can see his feet, his hands, his tummy, and his face now are looking a little bit more black than gray. You can color Henry any color you want. If you want Henry to be pink, you could color Henry pink because he is a gorilla with a girlfriend and he's on paper, people. So you do you. Do whatever you want to do. All right, so now that I've got Henry all colored, I'm going to cut him out by hand using my paper snips. If you don't have a really nice, sharp, good pair of scissors, I highly recommend Stampin' Up's paper snips. They're 10 bucks and they are fantastic. When I fussy cut, it depends on what I'm cutting. Sometimes I cut right on the line. Other times I leave a little bit of a white edge. On this particular one, I decided to leave a little bit of a white edge as I cut around. And you can see here I'm trying to hold the scissors fairly still and I'm moving my left hand to move the image around. For whatever reason, when you do it this way, you will get much smoother cut lines. If you try to hold the paper still and move the scissors around the images, your cut lines tend to be more jagged and not as smooth. So that's just a little fussy cutting snip for you. Snip? Good Lord, I can't talk. Fussy cutting tip, not snip. I'm using paper snips. All right, so once we get Henry all cut out, we are going to put dimensionals on the back of him. Now, normally I would have edited out me hand cutting Henry. The reason I didn't is because every once in a while, I like to see you. I'm telling you people, I cannot talk today. I like for you to see me create a card in real time. What that means is I haven't sped the video up. I haven't cut any parts out because I want you to see how easy and quick it is to actually create the card. Now, I cut a whole bunch of die cuts of these hearts in different colors and just had a really good time sitting one evening and cutting a whole bunch of them. I highly recommend that you do this. It's so fun, it's therapeutic, and then you have this drawer where you can just stash die cuts ready to go for you. That's something that I really enjoy doing. That way I don't always have to sit and cut die cuts. Okay, that was just a little bit of reality happening there. My camera said I had a low battery and then I was like, oh no, does that mean that it shut off? I wasn't sure. Anyway, at the beginning of this video, I told you that I would show you all the amazing cuts that these die cuts would do, and there you can see them. So I highly recommend grabbing that set of dies if you want it. All right, if you want to shop with me, shop loveandstampin.com. Click on either square to watch those videos, and have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.